If you've ever wondered what tethered cord syndrome looks like in a real dog, or if your dog has had strange neurological symptoms that no one can explain, you are in the right place. This is Luna, and this is our story. I'm Joe, and Luna is my beautiful Bergamasco. She turned my entire world upside down in the best and the hardest ways. We created this channel together, her and me, because she is next to me in a crate, because she has been diagnosed with tethered cord syndrome. This is a condition that most vets never have seen and most owners have never heard of. Our goal is really simple: to document Luna's journey and create the resource that I would have really loved to have had and did not exist. Luna is a very sensitive, smart, intuitive, and one of the sweetest dogs I've ever met. She is adventurous and my little shadow. Ever since she was really young, when I first got her at 9 weeks old, immediately felt like something wasn't right. I thought I had the puppy blues, and it's like the puppy blues continued, and they never ended. From day one, she had odd behaviours that I didn't expect to see. She would wake up crying in her sleep. And she would look like she was panicking about things, and I didn't understand what the triggers were. And I spent so many hours every week trying to work out what made her tick and what were her likes and dislikes. But I just felt like I could never figure them out. And I was someone who picks up patterns really easily, and it really frustrated me that I just couldn't find a pattern in her. She hated being touched, but she just kept wanting me to be right next to her. It's like she wanted the touch, and then when you touched her, she didn't want that touch. She had urinary issues right from the get-go, very difficult to toilet train, despite being very intelligent and me having very good toilet training principles. And, I felt like it shouldn't have taken as long as it did. She wasn't toilet trained until she was about 7 months old, and even then just has continued to have accidents, which I know are now incontinence. And then she would have just not even just moments, like every single training session, she would just disconnect from you. And it did lead me to seek help from a behaviouralist quite early on. By about 7 months of age, I was asking for help because I was like, 6 months has passed. She's in those teenage years now. Puppyhood's over, and I'm still really struggling with her. And it's like she really, really, really wants to engage with me. We're playing, we're having fun. I'm not pulling her off. There's no triggers. And then just suddenly she just like moves away from me or looks away, and I can't connect with her again. It was very odd, and it wasn't something that I'd ever felt trying to train a dog before. And I had taken quite a few dogs through dog training. And my previous dog to her had gotten into competition obedience, and had overall won competitions. So I feel like I just shouldn't have been struggling as much as I was. Um, and the vets were very convinced that it was behavioural, that she's a working breed dog, and then all of her medical issues they just considered to be normal, UTIs and licking and skin irritation from the licking, allergies, which she never had, but from like nibbling herself and scratching herself. And it was just like all the symptoms you can just blame all other conditions. And it's not until you really put everything together that you can see that this actually has a pattern of something else. The journey to diagnosis is really, really long. It's confusing, it's emotional, and it's extremely expensive, because you have to rule out all of those little medical conditions to actually reach a point where you go, okay, so she doesn't have a UTI at the moment. She's got no dermatitis at the moment. She has no problems with her anal glands right now. Her allergies, like, that's all been under control. We're on the single protein diet. We're on the Apoquel, and her symptoms haven't changed. I'm doing everything that the behaviour vet has suggested. Nothing is changing. In fact, everything is getting worse. Why is it getting worse? I don't understand. And in order to get to a diagnosis, you just have to keep doing all these tests and diagnostics, seeing specialists, and it just keeps piling up. And I found that nobody said anything about tethered cord syndrome. It was not on anybody's radar. None of the vets that I saw, it was on their radar, which is really disappointing because Luna actually had all the most classic symptoms of tethered cord syndrome. And if someone came to me now and said, my dog's doing all these things, it would be something I think about because I know a lot about it now, and I've learnt so many things about it, and mostly from talking to other owners and not from vets themselves, other than specialists, and that have published research and reading the things that they've published. I've spent a lot of time reading about human tethered cord syndrome, and connecting with a lot of other owners around the world. But again, there's not really a central place for dog owners to learn about tethered cord syndrome, other than Facebook groups and just trawling around through information. But there's certainly no specific YouTube video at this point, which is why we have created this one. I really hope that this will help someone avoid so much stress and confusion, and isolation that I did, and that it will lead to a faster diagnosis in another dog. It took 2 years and 1 month before Luna got her surgery, which was last week. And really, she would have benefited from that surgery back when she was between 7 and 9 months old. It was definitely delayed, and I really hope that I can help lead someone to a faster diagnosis than what we had. I'm not someone who's working in the animal industry. I'm just a dog guardian who refused to give up and is quite persistent, and everything I'm going to share is my real life experience, combined with the things that I've learnt and come across. So if you want to follow Luna's journey of recovery, learn more about TCS, or if you just want some support in your own journey, then I'd love it if you could subscribe, and please ask lots of questions, because this channel is really here to help you. I guess we'll see you in the next episode.